Okay, here we go. It is Tuesday, March 25th. Of course, it is Marketing with me, Melissa. And we are going to talk about a different type of AI program for images today. It's a neat little program that I use. I have it on my phone. You can get it on your computer too. I just like it right now until Canva catches up on their AI with imagery. I go to this program a lot for that. So I was going to give you guys kind of an insight with it. But to do that, you have to use ChatGPT a little bit too to help. So as far as I know, all of you guys have ChatGPT, correct? I would say you're nodding your head. Sure. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. And again, y'all bear with me because it's not my computer and it takes me a minute to find everything on hers. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen. Obviously, I'm in ChatGPT. So when it comes to ChatGPT, I've been putting out daily descriptive words and stuff to help with prompts when it comes to images. And it helps with ChatGPT too to get the desired results that you guys are looking for. So you really have to be clear and specific when it comes to that. Instead of saying, like, tell me about insurance, you want to say, can you explain the benefits of maybe term life insurance versus whole life insurance? You need to get into those little more details. Or, can you tell me more about marketplace insurance when it comes to self-employed and I make da da da. Now, keep in mind, it's not always 100% correct. You always need to verify your information. Don't rely on ChatGPT as gospel. Because it will catch you if you rely on it as gospel. Believe me, it's caught me a couple of times, and I've had to go back and research it. So if you need more detailed responses, you break it down into smaller parts to do so. Let's see. I'm trying to think of an example. Say you want to know about the history of when cancer was first detected, but then you want to know exactly when breast cancer came out and they discovered it. So those are the minute details that I'm talking about. ChatGPT, you can do lists with it and do comparisons with it. You can role play it. The thing about it, like, if you want it to act like somebody, you tell it to act like somebody. If you want it to act like a marketing specialist, you say act as if you are a marketing specialist and do this, 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 and this. Or act as if you are a financial expert and do this, 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 and this. You have to tell it what it is for it to give you correct answers. You can use it to generate articles and stuff. I haven't generated an article or a blog yet. I haven't got that far. I do scripts with it. I make it give me several options because I don't usually go with one option. I like to pick my options. So I will tell it to give me 6 examples of how to overcome a customer saying no. And it'll give me the 6 examples. And if I don't like them, I'll say expand on that and give me more information. How do we overcome no? It can do information and research, but like I said, you need to back it up on that and make sure that you double check what it tells you. It'll generate jokes, riddles, comparative writing, creative writing prompts and stuff. And this is why I brought in ChatGPT today especially with the model we're about to look at, because it will help you create better prompts if you're just not thinking that day or you are not sure which direction to go in. So let's give you an example. We are going to ask it, and y'all are probably going, oh my gosh, where's she coming up with this? I actually, and I think I mentioned this last time, I joined a group on Facebook that they do images all the time and they challenge us continuously. And the group creator, he will throw an image up and say, create this image. It is not as easy as you think it is. You look at it and you think, oh, okay, it's a boy sitting on the beach. No, he makes us really look into it, really start using our head on how to define exactly what that picture is to get the outcome that is similar to that. So that's kind of where I get the, make the scene professional, but with a warm atmosphere that is inviting and non-threatening. I'm going to tell it. There's 3 examples. And like the words that I've been putting in the marketing, and those are some of the words you can play with to change up when it comes to your images. So let's see, I'll give you guys just a second to read those over. Guys, just a few more seconds, just because I'm a speed reader. Wait a second, Brandon, let's see. There's several in here, some of them challenge you, some just ideas of prompts. Several, so it might take. Brenda, I might have to get back to you on this. For some reason, the only thing that's coming up is all of, there's like groups called AI Images Prompt Sharing, AI Images Creator Prompts. But you'll learn, if you join pretty much any one of these groups, you'll learn the different prompting. And you guys should have had a chance to read that, so we'll go with the first one. What I'm going to do is I am going to copy that. Okay, don't get overwhelmed when I go to this page. I did the first time I opened it up. What this is called is hyperspace. Like I said, you can get it for your phone, you can get it for the computer. It has got every AI chat model imaginable probably on here. I've yet to find anything that it doesn't have on here yet. You can see it's got different things. It's got assistants. You can have a girlfriend or boyfriend, assistant, has writing. So there's all of your writing. If you need help with writing stuff, creative, it has all of your creatives and everything there. And you just, some photography tips, everything you can possibly imagine. Now, over here, there's your home. Over here is images. And you'll see if you push this little thing out, you have image, text. These are all of your AI generated stuff. This is your AI imagery. This is your AI text, music, avatars, stuff like that. Like I said, it has got everything in here from Stable Diffusion to DALL-E. A lot of people use that. Be aware some of these are, if you're going to do that, it's literally going to come out looking like a cartoon. That's the whole program. It makes stuff look like a cartoon. So, but it's kind of fun to play around in here, and it just goes on and on and on and on. But the one that I usually go with is usually one of these three. My favorite being this one. Take a second. The reason I like Midjourney the most is because it gives you 3 or 4 examples without asking for 3 or 4 examples. The others will give you 1 example at a time. So we go over here and we're going to insert our prompt. You see, it'll give you a little improved prompt. We'll get to that in a second. So we're going to hit generate, and it's going to take about a minute. And if you look here, this is where I told it to put a young couple. And this was the prompts that came out with the young couple. You can change it any way you want. You can put it more casual. You can put them in a different setting. It's all about the prompt. So just a second. Don't laugh at mine. I've never been a gamer in here recently. So there's one game that I play and I had to have an avatar. So here are the images I came up with. We have a couple talking to that agent. Always cracks me up because the AI is still not good enough for when it comes to words. You see the background words, you're like, oh, those are horrible. Now, the thing you can do when you go to do ads and stuff, when you go to do a Facebook post, you can blur some of this stuff out where it's trying to put prompt in. What I will normally do is I will take this and I will take it over to Canva and I save it to my computer. It's just, I have no idea where her computer is. And then I'll just come over to Canva, Facebook post. Uploads, upload file. That. Okay. So then you just click on that and you can stick it here and do your post off of it. And so you can change any of this just within Facebook. And at that point, you go in and you can put go in and put whatever text and stuff that I want. So the other neat thing about it is if you want to faceless, here's all my results from prior things. This is kind of a work and my personal account. So you'll see some weird stuff. It's probably from my personal account. You'll see it's got these up here too. Upscale, it does a little better. You hit improve prompt. It's going to improve the prompt for you, generate it. While it is doing that, this is the other neat Sure. I wish Mark was on since he likes stuff. Go down here. There's this thing called Face Swap. I don't know if you guys have played with it yet. Choose a file. Choose that one. And you choose another file. Seven. Photo. Flipped everything. I'll just use Kelly. Tell it to swap faces. Sometimes it does really, really good. Cool. I said Canva's still working on it. But it'll change the face up. So just in case you that, that's available too. But back to hyperspace. If you don't know which one to go with, you can just go up here in the general, and then there and hit generate. So it usually takes 1 to 2 minutes. That's where it improved. While it's doing that, see the little chats. It's got Chat GPT in here too, guys. See, it's right there, so it can help there. Let's see. Or like contract ones, personal assistant, is it a marketing posts? taxes. Here's your social media. So this is going to be all of your AI chat models for social media help there. And like I said, it's nice that it's all in one spot. So this is like one of my favorite apps to go to. Gave us two options. So I don't know what program to always go back to ChatGPT. Put your prompt in. And vote to improve. That way you don't have to have both open. Let's just do it. Does anybody have any questions so far? Like I said, it tells me. Anybody come up with a prompt on their own if they want to try? Listed, change their clothing. I haven't tried animating this type of prompts. And again, you guys keep in mind that AI, a lot of it is just playing around with it. It's changing words up, changing between programs. And I'll continue the rest of this week. I've got enough words for leaving to do one every day. So I will post more comparison stuff. Because sometimes when you're doing this, it'll get hung up on a word. And like I was saying last week, some programs you can put plus size, other programs won't accept plus size. So what are you going to use? There's like 25 or 30 varieties basically mean the same thing. You can always go to ChatGPT and say, give me other examples of plus size to use in AI, and it'll but kind of giving you guys a little bit of a list of how you can kind of reword some stuff to get different outcomes. So it turns it into almost a video. Wonky, but you kind of get the drift of it. Their hands are moving. So some other kind of prompt that would probably be pretty cool on. This one, in my opinion, not so much. And unless it's like a super quick clip that you can get by someone that they can't study it long enough. But when it comes to changing words, but you see they're just changing a few words. I can tell you guys right now, the hardest to describe that I learned from Facebook page that I'm on, he had us do an AI image of a person telling you to that is the hardest AI image to come up with because you just can't tell it, create a person that's shushing. It'll come up with it doing this, it'll come up with it doing this, it'll come up with it doing this, everything except what you want. You see here, you can see change the certificates to family photos. It puts you more of a home scene or a home office type deal just by changing a few words. You can go into what I'm posting on school and use some of those words and see what it does. I mean, it never hurts to play with it. The better you describe it. And sometimes you can look at something and think it's so simple, and technically it's not, just like the whole, it's not. So if you need more details, or you need more in-depth things, you can always go back to ChatGPT and ask them, how do I say this? If you can't come up with how you say it. Like I said, I'm taking the class for fun, honestly. And Brandon, I will figure out where it's at. I haven't been on it in 2 weeks. It's probably why it disappeared from my feed because we had the agent trip last week. So I wasn't in there all the time like I normally am where it pops up in my feed. But I will be sure and put that, or I'll message you if you're in school, I'll message you in school so you know what it was. But it's interesting what people come up with just by play of words and the difference in words when it comes to the images. Others are down here. Like this. This was a class assignment in there where they wanted the image to pop off of the wall. Like, okay, mermaid on the wall. Now you have to describe how she's coming off the wall. This was my original one, which see how that looks. By the time I got done with have her portraying as coming out of the wall, it got closer. It's the same with the ocean. Have the dress melt into the ocean waves and look as if it is a part of the ocean waves. That one was pretty tricky. This one is all about the dress flow. We had to use different words for the dress flow. I think a tiger was easy. Now, not when you get in groups like that. It's not easy at all. You can see the variations just by a simple change of words. The scorpion, he threw up an image of what looked like a glass scorpion. So, of course, all of us immediately went to an image of a glass scorpion. That's actually a chrome glass scorpion, and it would never come out with the correct image until verbiage in there. See, the mirrored images are the same way. You have to describe what you're seeing, what you're wanting to see when it comes to the mirror images. Pictures within the picture, those were fun, believe me. You give it an image, tell it, hey, I want a young woman with long hair, and inside I want the silhouette of an ocean scene, and you be descriptive on what you want there. That was when we started getting into like portraits and stuff like that. They wanted the chalky look, they wanted painted portrait, so we were learning how to do that. That was my joke to Rebecca during open enrollment, is I created these and they swapped her onto this one because that's how we all felt during open enrollment. And I'm sure everybody on this call agrees. And it's just, stuff, dogs, dog soldiers. I mean, you can Google images, but I Googled dog soldiers and none of them were making the point that I wanted it to make. So therefore I went to Midjourney and I said, create a dog soldier. And it came up with these dog soldiers. And then I put it with the explanation of what exactly is a dog soldier when it came to Native Americans and stuff. So the stuff that you can't find a good image for, if you're a Googler, go to one of these programs and create it yourself. You can tell it. Grandma making pies. I didn't like any of the images I saw online, so I told it to go its own. This was all the countdown during open enrollment. I wanted it a little more catchy and a little face, so I had it make it during open enrollment. Of course, Rebecca and her Medicare Wonder Woman, she challenges me all the time to come up with some type of outfit. One of these days, we'll get one of these outfits made for her. This was during open enrollment. I was trying to come up with different stuff, but you see how you can create the own images that you have in your head just by the words, descriptions that you use in these AI programs. So, anybody else have any questions? You guys know if you ever need help, you can always shoot me a message at Guys Solutions with an S, LLC.com. Put that in the chat. Please, nobody caught that. Always email me. I'm happy to help. I've helped with postcards. I've helped with flyers, stuff like that. different ideas. That was the spill the tea. We had Medicare 101s with spill the tea. Now it's kind of hard to find images of people spilling tea. It comes to a conversation, so I went on here and created it myself. And of course, you see how many attempts it took me till I finally found one I liked. Of course, birthdays, you can change it to T65. Take these images over to Canva, use them on your T65 postcards. Put the text in that you want with them and send them out. So, of course, cancer stuff is in here. That was more ACA spilling the tea type stuff. That's kind of our motto. We've been doing a little bit of native stuff here, so I have a lot of native stuff because I want a particular look for it. Christy, I believe there is a free version that is limited. I'll get with you and let you know. You know me, I try all these programs. I don't know which ones I pay for and which ones I don't. I just go, beep, I'm gonna try this one. I'm working on 2 video programs now that I opened up one and I went, whoa, this is above my head. I was like, it's gonna take me a while to learn this one. Y'all will love it when I get it figured out, but it's gonna take me a wee bit to get it figured out because it's a lot. So, but I will check and see if there is a subscription to it. Subscription. Most of the time, I'll do the free trials as long as the trials will last before I pay for it because I want to know that I will use it and that I like it before I pay for it. That's just me. Like, I'm not going to throw money at something and be like, oh, well, I decided I don't like it because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes subscriptions are hard to get out of. Does not matter if you cancel them. Somehow they still bill you. So I'm a little picky when it comes to that, but that's why you guys got me. I am more than happy to try something out, see how it works, kind of play around with it. And if it's something I feel you guys can use, I'll bring it back to you. So,
Hey, Melissa, I got a question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before you
oh,
hang
you're
up.
fine.
On Boss, on the content calendar, that one connects it when if I schedule it through there, it'll post it on LinkedIn, Instagram, um, Facebook. What platforms?
Through Boss,
Uh-huh.
I will have to check with Darrell on that because right now we don't have ours set up through Boss yet. I'm still, well, Rebecca's still posting them individually herself at the moment, even though.
Oh, because DeLawrence went through that with me, how to do it in
Yeah,
there. But I can't well maybe I can just go look and see
Darrell will
what
be able to tell you because Darrell took
what
everything over.
platforms. Okay.
So, I mean, like he'll be able to tell you which platforms. I'm pretty sure it's all the basic platforms.
I'm sure I'll
But
go in there and check and see also, but then I'll ask if I can't because I don't remember all the platforms. Because I know for sure Facebook and then Instagram, but LinkedIn.
yeah, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Um, that's the main ones that I know of. Yeah, I think that's all the main ones.
Not the X though, right? Twitter.
I don't, or well, yeah, Twitter too. Some people are big into Twitter. I
Okay,
don't
I'll go in there
Twitter.
and check. I couldn't remember. I'll go in there and look.
Yeah, check with him and see. I know these have all the major ones in there and stuff, and kind of see the gaps are where I haven't been at work. Just been
Mhm.
gone somewhere, so I wasn't sending stuff to. But
Okay,
but I mean, I'll go months out and just let it roll and stuff.
yeah,
So
I'm building mine at like a month at a time, but like one I use, it doesn't, it'll do LinkedIn, Facebook, but not like it's not all, so it's not all the platforms. So I'll go
yeah,
and
I'll double check with them too, because we usually meet a couple times a week.
okay,
And I'll double check with them and get back with you on that too. But I
okay,
mean, if you guys have Boss and stuff, then yeah, by all means, use the content planner in it. If you need help with that, um, there's a little ticket button. Did he explain the ticket button to you guys, Regina?
I think he did, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
It is. Hopefully, hers is still linked. I hope yours is faster than yours. Anyhow, okay, so here's tickets right here. So if you have a question for them, you can always go in and add a ticket, and you put the title, the description, and then there he is right there. So you can ticket him on a particular thing and ask him a question. There is, I think he's got tickets under boss support. That's like if it's a particular person. I always feel like the Jeopardy music should. Yep, support ticket. So there you go. Regina, that's where you would go, is you would put it in here, pick out what you need, fill out the rest of the information, hit submit, and Darrell will get back to you on that. So there's, I knew he had a ticket somewhere. I don't ever use this one because obviously we contact one. But I think all of you guys have the boss support ticket to ask him questions about your boss system. But so if you need him, be sure to reach out to him. He's about as easy to get a hold of as I am. So, I mean, he answers me just like that. Usually, I can email him and he'll be like, okay, even if he doesn't know the answer immediately, he'll at least acknowledge that he has it and that he'll look into it. So, if you guys have any other questions or anything about the boss system or about today, just let either one of us know if I can get a hold of him for you if I need to. But that's how you get a hold of him. Does anybody else have any other questions? It's 5:26 and it is about time to roll out. All right, I will put the summary and I will put the word in the second set of words and stuff to use. You guys play around with it. See what you come up with. See if you have any questions about what you come up with. And we will see you next Tuesday then.